Hello, it is fishbulbgeek, and I am back with Karas the Inquisitor, and it's been a long time coming, but today we're gonna crack on with Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts, which I'm excited to finally do actually, because it really means the way I've accidentally structured this playthrough is that from here on outwards we're going to be less, but not completely nil, but less exploring other regions because we've pretty much explored all of them. We've still got like obviously an area in Emprise du Lion and another 3 dragons to kill, but we've more or less explored everything else except for one region, which I did forget to Google how to actually open up that other area. So I guess we'll just save that for another day, because I genuinely don't know why that hasn't popped up on the war table. And I probably should have thought about that more at the time. I really hope I didn't do something. I mean, I don't think there's a way to lock yourself out of that particular quest, but the guys are still there, and I don't know. Maybe I have to tag along with Solus in my group. I'm not actually sure. I'll double check that. But again, I'm pretty sure that can be saved until afterwards. So we've done a lot of the exploration of other areas. So we're going to be saving a lot. You know, like from here on outwards, it's going to be a lot faster in terms of progressing the plot. But we have got Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts to get through first, and that is not a small section. It is really fun. It is really different. And you know what? I like it. It's fun. It's silly and it's fun. And arguably it should have been done a lot earlier in the game, but it's too late now because I've kind of chosen to do it at this stage. So, we do have... Yes! For Elden Throne accessory. I'm excited. I don't know if that means I already have the other for Elden Throne accessory. So I guess I'm just going to keep looking.
Inquisitor?
For that one. We have got Falomire. Yes. I should actually go back and check to see if any of these particularly have anything to do with unlocking the actual throne things that I want, but we're just going to carry on with that. But look, we've had this floating here ominously for ages, and it's not like we have to worry about the power cost, because for balance reasons they never bothered getting it right. You're never actually going to struggle to have power. Look how much I have. That is genuinely stupid. But here we go. Wicked Eyes, Wicked Hearts. We're ready for it. I've got a game plan.
I should
I'm
inspect
excited.
the condition of the trebuchets. They must be calibrated to reach the proper range.
Again? How many times will you be doing
Hey, do you know what? He's in charge of our army and defense, and I bet he's still smarting over the fall of Faith. So, let's crack on. Oh wow, yeah, that assassin is very slow. I forgot there was actually theoretically a faster reason to do it. Recommended levels 12 to 15. I'm a little bit higher than that, but that's okay. I'm sure everything will be fine.
We have to reach the Empress before Corypheus. The only question is, how?
We know how. I have our way in. The real question is, where is our enemy hiding? At the urging of Grand Duchess Florian, the Empress is holding a ball. Absolutely everyone will be there. During the festivities, Céline will be meeting for peace talks with the usurper Duke Gaspard and Ambassador Briala.
The assassin must be hiding within one of these factions.
Do we need to go to the peace talks? The Empress must have personal guards. We could just warn her she's in danger.
We've made the attempt, but...
It seems that our messages never reached her. Someone intercepted them.
It's better that we don't leave this to chance. If Orlais falls to Corypheus, no land is safe.
What do we know about Duke Gaspard?
The man who would have been Emperor. He's Céline's cousin, and was first in line to inherit the throne when Emperor Florian died. Céline outmaneuvered him. She won over the Council of Heralds, who hold authority over title disputes. She became Empress, and he a general in the Imperial Army. He's well loved by the troops. He's also a chevalier. Most of their number sided with him when he turned on the Empress.
Aren't the Chevaliers part of the army? Why would they follow the Duke?
Most chevaliers are sworn to serve the crown, but that does not give them faith in the person wearing it. The Empress has tried to improve relations with Ferelden and Navarra. The Chevaliers see her as anti-military. They believe Gaspard could lead the Empire back to the glory of Draken's expansion years.
Who is this Ambassador Briala?
An ambassador in name only. She has organized the elves of Halamshiral into an underground army. The Empress invited her to the peace talks in a bid to gain the elves' alliance in the war. That would be scandal enough, without the rumor that Briala is a jilted lover of Celine's. A personal grudge and a network of saboteurs at her command. Promising lead.
Wait, the elven leader is a jilted lover of the Empress?
It's not widely known. Just a rumor whispered among the palace servants a few years ago. If it's true and were to get out, the Empress and an elf. The scandal could destroy Celine's court. Even if a lie, Briala could use it to blackmail the Empress. She has some connection to the throne.
Tell me everything we know about the Empress.
Empress Celine is a renowned diplomat and reformer. She works tirelessly to secure peace for the Empire. Unfortunately, many Orlesians view peace as complacency. She has yet to name an heir, leaving the future of the Empire in doubt if anything happens to her. Especially when the next in line is her cousin Gaspard, who's made few friends on the Council of Heralds.
Celine is surrounded at all times by countless guards, courtiers, servants, and vassals. What better place for an assassin to hide than the Empress's own household?
How can Gaspard still be next in line while he wages war against his Empress?
The title Grand Duke indicates that he was a prince before the Empress took the throne.
You've given me plenty to think about.
With Gaspard and Celine's armies entrenched, we cannot openly march troops to the palace.
My agents will ensure your soldiers get inside. But it must be a few at a time to avoid attention.
Understood. Just give the word, and we'll begin.
Confirm operation. An assassin is stalking the Empress. Celine's death would plunge Orlais into chaos, leaving it an easy target for Corypheus. At the Winter Palace of Halamshiral, Celine is holding peace talks with her rebellious cousin Grand Duke Gaspard under the guise of a grand ball. Every noble in the Empire will attend, making it the perfect place and time for Corypheus' assassin to strike. You can arrange an invitation to attend to keep him from destroying Orlais if we hurry. God bless. We haven't hurried to get to this at all. We've taken a little tour of Thedas before we bothered coming round to this. Although we did kind of settle events between the troops in... I forget the name of the region, but we did kind of settle that already. So we're a little bit... teeny little bit overpowered. And we didn't hurry, but we're going to get here in the end anyway. I should have followed my own game plan for how I was going to lock each region, but I didn't. Now, Dorian, yes. Cassandra, yes. And I think Vivienne is a wise choice. Also, I kind of just did craft her. I mean, it's not the proper stuff, but I've got quite a lot of crafting materials, so... She's got some cool armor as well. It's light armor and not heavy armor. Both Dorian and Cassandra are actually wearing heavy armor because, you know, I could craft it using silverite for Dorian to make it. Anyone could use it. But I really want, once I've got, like, the tier 3 mage schematics and the tier 3 rogue schematics, I am going to craft everyone, I think I'm going to craft everyone appropriate gear. Probably. But regardless, they're all set up. I think they're going to be cool. Let's crack on and go to a massive party. Oh, that's confirmed. Yeah, tactics screen is a bit of a misnomer. It's not super tactics. I know I've harped on about it before, but I've missed the old tactics.
The political situation in Halamshiral hangs by a thread. The Empress fears our presence could sever it. The Grand Duke is only too happy to have us at the ball as his guests, so our invitation comes from him. Whether we act as his allies or upset the balance of power, he gains an opportunity, if not a clear advantage.
Super fancy duds.
Inquisitor Adar, it is my great pleasure to meet you. The rumors coming out of the Western Approach say you battled an army of demons. Imagine what the Inquisition could accomplish with the full support of the rightful Emperor of Orlais.
Do you know what?
I can see many benefits to such an alliance.
Keep the image firmly in mind. We may see it materialize by the end of the evening. I am not a man who forgets his friends, Inquisitor. You help me, I'll help you. Prepared to shock the Assembly by appearing as the guest of a hateful usurper, my lord? They will be telling stories of this into the next age.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Duke Gaspard. I look forward to ending this civil war.
As do I, my friend. The Empire needs stability and security, now more than ever. If you have the safety of the Orlesian people at heart, Inquisitor, perhaps you will look into something for me. This elven woman, Briala, I suspect that she intends to disrupt the negotiations. My people have found these ambassadors all over the fortifications. Sabotage seems the least of their crimes.
That sounds like something I should look into.
Be as discreet as possible. I detest the game, but if we do not play it well, our enemies will make us look like villains. We're keeping the court waiting, Inquisitor. Shall we?
Is that the Inquisitor?
An ox? Impossible.
That's not the Inquisitor. It's just somebody's pet.
Yeah, okay, now we come to it. Court approval. Obviously I've just lost some. By being a Quinari, everybody starts at 40, and where you go from there, you have to work with. I don't think it super matters what options you choose when meeting Duke Gaspard. Sorry, Grand Duke Gaspard, because you're not committing to anything by that point. So let us explore the outer area. Noble woman.
Oh, wait there. Whatever your name is, have you seen a ring? It is very important, and I need it back. It was a gift from the Countess Montbelliard, enchanted by the Fomari. I cannot go into the ball without it.
That's a terrible predicament.
If the Countess finds out, make her have mercy. Should you happen upon it, I beg you, let me know.
Right. Obviously we're going to find the ring, but... yeah. Keep it still later. Well, no. To be honest, we're all about getting some court approval. And
Maker, what am I going to do if I cannot find my ring?
I mean, it's so tempting. But no, we're actually not going to sabotage ourselves. Because if court approval drops to 0, that's it. Game over. You failed this section. The higher court approval is, the better, for sure. Because there are areas,
Is this
of
the ring you were
course...
looking for?
You are a treasure. I cannot believe you found it. You have saved me a lifetime of mortification. How can I thank you enough?
Yeah, alright, whatever. So,
It's been
well,
too long since I've had any word from Valoyou.
I need to God, so many things.
What is Gaspar up to? Wouldn't surprise me if he got invisible here as a prey.
Yeah, so there's sections in this where you will slowly tick down on your court approval when you're out of bounds, which we have to get into in certain areas. So, just a bit codex, boring, a little bit boring. Want to read it? You can pause. How do I don't want to go in. I want to go up here.
It's been too long since I've had any word from Valroyo.
Yeah. Now, is it in here? Ah, right, yes, my first bit that requires a Hala statue. And obviously we want to get into there, but we have to remember we're...
Where has that servant gone? Elves, always shirking their duties.
And you wonder why the elves hate you. I mean, I don't. Oh, storage key, okay. Man, we've just started and already there's things I've forgotten. It'll come back to me. You just explore every region that you can. Ah! Even gilded walls have ears. I guess I talked to them? I actually thought I got introduced to spying circles.
This is a private conversation. Please leave.
Alright. I was reasonably convinced this was the introduction to the mechanic for overhearing things. I think it still is, but...
Interesting.
Find a safe spot to listen to it. Ah, there we go. See, come up with these bits.
Any word from the front lines?
My spies said the bodies were beyond counting.
Surely the Empress will put an end to the war tonight.
Pray, my friend. If the Maker does not hear us now, just pray.
Right, okay, so we found our first bit. That's the mechanics for that. I think that one's always guaranteed to go at the start. Ah, storage key, thank you. Let's go to the other side. Yeah, so that mechanic is, there's some areas later on in Ball where I think you have to keep listening. Like sometimes you'll try it the first time and it'll only go. Yes, I know. It'll only go like indistinct whispers. You don't hear anything. You just have to keep repeating it. Now there we go. Hala statue.
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight. Gaspar will ruin us all.
Yep, tiny bit of loot, I'll take that. We also will pick up, oh, good bit of money. In the old storage room, I don't know if it's actually this one or the one that you unlock with the Hala statuette. You picked up a key for it now. So, yeah, so depending on what outcome you are going for in the Grand Ball, you wouldn't always open this door with a Hala statue, because there are doors inside the palace that require a certain number, and there's only like 11 statues to find, and they've deliberately made it you cannot open every door with the number of statues you have. So I've already decided that I can go ahead and open this because I'll have a spare statue in terms of what I want to do inside the palace. But if, say, for example, you wanted to reconcile Celine and Briala, which we are not going to do, you would not open this door because you need the Hala statue. But I don't want to do that because I just don't. So I'm going to go ahead and open it. And it is magic. It is in fact magic. Hala statue opens this door and it's cool. Let's see, is it just a bit of loot? I thought maybe it's the other door that gets you. No, it must be the other area that you get the other bit for these. So you've got the Hala statues and how they open thing. You've got the eavesdropping to gain secrets, and you've also got scandalous testimony. That's a scandalous secret. Deliver scandalous secrets to Liliana. So you have to actually be able to. You have to remember to hand them all in before there's a tipping point where you then get rushed through the rest of this level. But yeah, you do actually have to hand them all in. There's also. I am missing. Oh, hang on. It's here. Yeah, Caprice coin. It's another throwing away money. I also want to do throwing away money. Gets me, it nets me extra court approval, and I'm gonna try real hard not to miss any. Same with the scandalous secrets. So we've been introduced. Whatever. So we've been introduced to the mechanic for eavesdropping, the fact that there are going to be scandalous secrets, caprice coins, and Hala statues. We don't have Sarah with us. If we had Sarah with us, we'd have an extra bonus one, which is the Red Jenny caches. There are 3 of which to collect. Again, I think if you were going for that, you know, because it requires certain doors to be opened, you're then again already locking yourself out of other options. I want this walkthrough to have the most options possible to end these talks. I've got in my head how I'd like it to happen. Although I might change my mind, so I'm not going to fully commit to it right now because I might change my mind. Trying to roleplay a little bit, or I might not. I might just completely metagame it and go for whatever way I want. So we have seen everything that we need to out here. We've introduced all the mechanics, done all the things. We've unlocked the doors. We might as well head inside and start the next stage.
Inquisitor, a moment, if you please. I must warn you before you go inside. How you speak to the court is a matter of life and death. It is no simple matter of etiquette and protocol. Every word, every gesture is measured and evaluated for weakness.
And I'm going to assume at this point, I have been lectured ad nauseum on the game and how to comport myself. And that this is just Josephine panicking and reminding me once again, so I'll be careful.
I'll keep my guard up. Don't worry.
The game is like Wicked Grace played to the death. You must never reveal your cards. When you meet the Empress, the eyes of the entire court will be upon you. You are safer in the Fade with the Fear Demon.
That's a cheery thought.
You are just full of joy and light this evening.
Everything will be fine. Andraste, watch over us all.
So, yeah. This is serious business, this little bit. Whew. Even though I've dropped a save just before all this started, in case I cock it all up, I'm still feeling a bit tense, because I know there's quite a lot going on in this. First time I did this section, I was playing a human rogue inquisitor, and things went okay, but not perfect. And then I've seen it and played it many different ways. I hope I can remember where everything is. I have got my tablet here and I've got my notes, so if I need to, I could always. These are areas we will come back to later, so we can't open anything or explore anything. These are areas we'll come back to, so yeah. So hopefully I'll remember everything. I just want to get the result that I want. Yeah, so that's those doors. That's fine. We're coming back.
Can Gaspar take the throne without the backing of the Council of Heralds?
He plans to take it by force. If the Council won't recognize him, he'll march against them.
Okay, I don't think we want to talk to these guys, but again, that's some good news, right? So we have got people with us, Cassandra and Cullen. Let's talk to them.
The sooner we go in, the sooner we can get this over with.
It will take some time to get our men into the palace. I'll alert you when we're ready.
Right, that's...
Gaspar never struck me as pious. He must think he gains a military advantage with the Inquisition.
I heard Celine was having the entire wing redecorated. but the timing is atrocious.
Why would she do such a thing now?
Alright, that's interesting. Good tidbit. There's an entire wing off limits. Aha! Right, wonder is this going to reveal the secret straight away? No.
Waste of time.
Right, that'll disappear. It will come back.
I heard the Grand Duke invited the Inquisition here.
Because again, that's nice, showing us the random nature, like yeah, you have to keep going for these ones.
Boring.
Is that the Inquisitor?
There we go. See?
Surely not.
You all know that the Kunari is Inquisitor. Nope. Not this time.
Well, that's useful.
Oh, no, we did hear something. Maybe sometimes you don't
If
actually hear
nothing
the
else,
dialogue.
the Inquisition backing Gaspard would make Celine nervous. You know how pious she is.
Maybe we just overhear indistinct whispers all the time. It'll tell us when we've overheard something.
Good to know.
There we go. We've already got 3 secrets. What's in here?
The guest wing is not open to the public at this time, Inquisitor.
Cool. Don't worry, we'll go there later. We won't...
Why are there so many elves here?
The Empress invited them. Be polite.
Grand Library. That's cool. There's a cool bit in the Grand Library later. Up from the other side. Up from the other side, don't worry. And then we'll get to see them. If I remember correctly.
How long can Orzammar hold out with trade disrupted? We have reserves of food supplies to last a few months, but the king wants trade resumed before panic starts.
Okay, that is good to know. We don't really do a lot with them in this, do we? So that's something else. Right. I mean, we do get to hear a little bit about the elves. This is requires royal wing key, which we get later. That's kind of cool and pretty, isn't it? Right. So I don't think there is anything else to find this part. So we've heard the 2 secrets. There's no keys in this bit. The coins in this bit, and there's no Hala statues because it's literally just the main bit, I think. So yeah, I feel safe. I was actually looking for.
How can they call this a vestibule? It's a foyer.
Please, it's barely half the size of the foyer in the Imperial Palace. It's obviously just a vestibule.
I'd call it more of an antechamber myself.
No one asked you.
Okay. Liliana
I can hardly
must...
believe Gaspard and Celine are in the same room.
Grand Duchess Florian must have worked a miracle to get them here.
Alright, fine.
I wish there
Liliana
was more
must
news coming
be...
from the convent.
She must be in the main room to deliver the secrets, because you have to Liliana to drop off the secrets. And I'm just going to try and remember who appears where, when. Everybody's just going to be like super offended just by us existing.
And now presenting Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon, and accompanying him, Lord Inquisitor Adar.
Oh, my lord! Cool. I like Celine.
Vanquisher of the rebel mages of Ferelden, crusher of the vile apostates of the Mage Underground.
Emmett's smile. This is all for show, my dear.
Champion of the blessed and
That's
dusty
Vivienne.
herself.
Did you see their faces? Priceless.
Accompanying the Inquisitor, Seeker, Cassandra, Allegra, Portia, Calogera, Philomena,
Get on with it.
Pantagast, 14th cousin to the King of Navarra, 9 times removed, hero of Orlais, right hand of the Divine. Madame Vivienne, first enchanter of the Circle of Magi, enchanter of the Imperial Court, mistress of the Duke of Ghislaine. Lord Dorian Pavus, member of the Circle of Arantium, son of Lord Magister Hallwood Pavus of Azariel. Sir Callan Stanton Rutherford of Hunleaf, commander of the forces of the Inquisition, former Knight Commander of Kirkwall. Lady Liliana, Nightingale of the Imperial Court, veteran of the Fifth Blight, Seneschal of the Inquisition, and left hand of the Divine. And Lady Josephine Charette Montillier of Antira City, Ambassador of the Inquisition.
Oh, she should have more titles. So we're all standing here now. They've all done their slow walk. I've been waiting somewhat patiently. Come on. Walk faster. I wish we were wearing like some different clothes, because I suppose it is making us stand out, making us wear these uniforms, clearly of the Inquisition, but everyone else gets to wear fancy duds. And these are technically fancy duds.
Cousin, my dear sister.
Grand Duke, we are always honored when your presence graces our court.
Don't waste my time with pleasantries, Celine. We have business to conclude.
We will meet for the negotiations after we have seen to our other guests.
He super sucks at the grand game.
Inquisitor?
Lord Inquisitor, we welcome you to the Winter Palace. Allow us to present our cousin, the Grand Duchess of Leeds, without whom this gathering would never have been possible.
What an unexpected pleasure. I was not aware the Inquisition would be part of our festivities. We will certainly speak later, Inquisitor.
Your arrival at court is like a cool wind on a summer's day.
Right. It's an honor. An assassin is here. No. What one gets me court approval? I think it's to speak equally as flowery. I don't think I'm saying that right. It sounds weird in my own. Now that I'm saying it aloud, it sounds weird, but I think it's this one.
Let's
Yes!
hope the breeze does not herald an oncoming storm.
Even the wisest mistake fair winds for foul. We are at the mercy of the skies, Inquisitor. How do you find Halamshiral?
Oh, I can't do it credit. I think we just need to. It's lovely, call off the ball. Right, I think we'll just stick to the middle option.
I have no words to suffice. Halamshiral has many beauties, and I couldn't do them justice.
Your modesty does you credit, and speaks well for the Inquisition. Feel free to enjoy the pleasures of the ballroom, Inquisitor. We look forward to watching you dance.
I think that means you're technically looking forward to watching me fail, because you wouldn't expect
Inquisitor,
Quinari.
A word when you have a moment.
Don't worry, I'm going to come and chat to you, Quinari, to be good at dancing, but I'm going to be remarkably light on my feet. Okay, so.
Tell me, Yvette, how are Mama and Mama? Are they in good health?
Perfectly happy in the studio. Mother is the same as always.
Meaning she's after you to do more work.
You always take her side.
I don't take her side. I happen to think, as she does, you might attend to more of the estate's duties. Also, do stop slouching.
Yeah.
Josephine! Oh, Josephine! Is this him?
Inquisitor, please allow me to present to you my younger sister, Yvette Gabriella Montillier.
Delighted to meet you, Lady Montillier.
Inquisitor, I've heard so much about you, but not as much as I want. Josephine writes, but she never tells me anything. Is it true? Rebel mages in Redcliffe were performing blood rites and orgies before you stopped them.
Where did you hear such nonsense?
Everyone in Antiva says so. Is it true?
No, we're just gonna be honest here.
Of course not. How do people come up with these ideas?
Oh, how dull Redcliffe must have been then.
Oh, any gossip about Josephine?
This may be my only chance to hear about when Josephine was a girl.
Oh yes, as she told you about when she was 10 and...
Yvette.
Stop. Fine. What about when we were climbing the cliffs by the...
No.
She once told the Duke of...
Absolutely not.
She still plays with her doll collection when no one's looking.
Yvette, that's absurd. Absolutely preposterous.
How's the evening? I don't
Enjoying
care
the
about
ball?
her opinion
I
and who she
see many
supports.
The dancing is so dull, your worship. But the Empress's gallery is magnificent.
Yvette.
Sorry, Josie.
Go on, Josephine.
Half Arroyo must be empty. So many of the Empire's finest are in attendance. They've noticed the Empress paying you special attention, but they don't quite know how to take advantage of it yet. This uncertainty won't last long, I'm afraid.
Oh, actually, yeah, that's not me asking Yvette, that's me asking Josephine. I know who Josephine supports, I will ask her. Oh no, that's going to be obviously speaking to Yvette.
Tell me about yourself, Lady Yvette. This is the first time I've encountered any of Josephine's family.
She would forget to mention the artists. I've been studying painting under Antiva's royal tutors. You should be proud, Josie. I'm going to be exhibiting my work next season in the city's biggest salon.
Have you actually sat down and finished the painting yet?
I must wait for my inspiration.
And I must wait for your tutor's bills.
See, the conversation's exactly the same, I think, if you're romancing Josie, but it hits different, you know?
Which power should the Inquisition throw its weight behind?
Celine has held the throne successfully for years. I see no profit in ousting her. Gaspard has run military campaigns, but never a kingdom. His transition would be, let us say, chaotic.
Yeah, that's fine. We know who she supports.
Another time.
Yep. Okay, so we're up to 35, which is not high in court approval. You want it to be as high as...
Can you believe the Inquisition filled its ranks with apostates?
Not from the other side.
Just know that will end badly.
No, it doesn't. I love how everyone's got these really fancy hoity-toity
How could the Empress afford to renovate the palace without war?
accents.
I heard that it wasn't renovations at all. The palace was damaged by Gaspard's catapults.
He fired on the Winter Palace? That's monstrous.
I'm not sure who's saying that. I love that they've allowed themselves to skip a lot of things. I think these people are actually frozen. But I was about to say, like, by everyone wearing masks, they don't have to animate faces talking. Except for the ones that obviously don't have it. I genuinely think these two are frozen because everyone else at least has some... Or some of them have idle animations. I'm not sure you're supposed to spend that much time looking at them, but yeah, those guys are just frozen. Or maybe these were the ones talking. What's this? Oh, it's just a bit of floor. That's back out to the vestibule. Can't remember who's in the vestibule. I do need to go there.
The Inquisition was here.
We all got in this. Ah! Vivienne. Everyone's got such unique dialogue if you take them. Cole doesn't get announced, but they've all got their pluses to coming here.
And here we are. You haven't embarrassed yourself as much as I feared. Well done, my dear.
I do like taking Vivienne. I think she's here anyway, even if you don't take her in your party. But I usually end up taking her because she's just
Any
useful.
words of wisdom for navigating the ballroom?
Speak to the Council of Heralds. 6 of them are here tonight. The 7th member of the Council is indisposed. His absence will complicate the negotiations. The Council are the highest-ranking players of the game. They see everything. They might know something we can use.
Right. Council of Heralds. Was already planning on it, but yes.
I've always wondered, what's the Orlesian fascination with masks?
We all wear masks, my dear, not just the people in Orlais. Who you are as a son, a lover, a friend is not the same man who speaks for Andraste and leads the Inquisition. Orlesians codify this truth, make it visible. By giving each of these selves its own separate face, they believe they can be their truest selves, unmasked.
Anything happening I should know?
Cole is behaving even more oddly than usual. Someone should keep an eye on him.
I don't have Cole with me. That's a bit weird. Is Cole here?
Like you enjoy this, Vivian.
This is the game, Inquisitor. Of course I enjoy it. If I didn't, I'd be dead by now.
That is true. Who do you support?
Tell me, Vivian, where do you want the crown to fall?
What I want is irrelevant, darling. Orlais requires stability, and that is best served by Empress Celine.
Be ready to act when I give the signal.
Always, my dear.
Alright, I do think, I wonder if...
was the love of my life. You remember my husband? Poor darling. Killed in the war with Ferelden.
Oh god, do I speak to the Dowager now? Or do I speak to her later? I feel like I speak to her now? Or do I just keep looking? Okay, so we know she's there. Still looking for people. Oh, here's Cullen. Let's talk to...
Commander Cullen. I had hoped to tour the Royal Wing Gardens again.
I have heard they are the finest in the Empire. It's such a pity the wings seal.
Alright, let's talk to Cullen.
Inquisitor, did you need something? The sooner we track down this infiltrator, the better.
Investigate. You have admirers.
You've attracted a following. Who are all these people?
I don't know, but they won't leave me alone.
I take it you're not enjoying yourself.
At this point, the headache I'm developing is preferable to the company.
Any advice?
Do you have any advice?
Orlesian social events don't fall within my area of expertise. There are a few here we can trust. Be careful.
Okay, and
have you noticed anything out of the ordinary?
Not yet. It would be easier if people would stop talking to me. Other people, not you.
Who do you think the Inquisition should support?
Gaspard's claim to the throne is fair. Orlais needs someone capable of responding to the crisis at hand. A military-minded leader seems the best option.
We'll talk later.
I await your signal.
So, to absolutely no shock, Cullen supports Duke Gaspard.
I still remember the day they came to tell me that my second husband, Philippe, was thrown from his horse.
I'm gonna try.
Perhaps we can speak later, Inquisitor.
Right, okay, so we talk to her later then. So, because there are, what, 6 people? Can't remember if we meet all 6. I know there's a funny bit if you bring Varric along, but Varric's not with us this time. I did consider, but I mean, it's really hard to do. I mean, obviously I've got to be aware of, like, because there's a couple of combat bits in here as well. So I had to think about balancing the party that way. Although I think I probably could have taken Varric if I really wanted to. We've proven he can handle himself well.
Good. I was hoping I would catch you. What did the Duke say?
He points the finger at Ambassador Briala.
The ambassador is up to something, but she can't be our focus. The best place to strike at Celine is from her side. Empress Celine is fascinated by mysticism, foreseeing the future, speaking with the dead, that sort of rubbish. She has an occult advisor, an apostate who charmed the Empress and key members of the court as if by magic. I've had dealings with her in the past. She is ruthless and capable of anything.
How can Celine openly keep an apostate in the Imperial Court?
The Imperial Court has always had an official position for a mage. Before now, it was little better than court jester. Vivian was the first to turn that appointment into a source of real political power. When the circles rebelled, technically every mage became an apostate. The word lost much of its strength.
It's worth investigating.
That sounds exactly like the person we're looking for.
She's worth investigating. Can't be sure of anything here. Both leads point toward the guest wing. It's a promising place to start. I'll coordinate with our spies to see if I can find anything better. I will be in the ballroom if you need me.
Fantastic. Right, well I know... Oh, Ghoulish Delight, cool. Now, I believe... Who's over here? Ah, Cassandra, yes, let's chat to you, and then we're gonna go back.
This ball is a waste of time, like all Orlesian foolishness. Let's find the Venatori collaborator and get out of here.
Have you witnessed anything noteworthy?
Nothing yet. I will let you know.
You don't seem to care much for the ball.
Orlesians pretend their petty squabbles are a game. Yes, let us treat murder, corruption, and deceit as delightful amusements. How wonderful. We are here to save Empress Celine, and it galls me. Why does she merit our protection? The Empire would be better off without her. Gaspard is the leader Orlais needs in this crisis.
You support the Civil War?
Of course not. Chaos is what Corypheus wants, and we must oppose him. Were it up to me, however, I would let Celine fall and Gaspard take the throne. He would see the true threat, not spend his time throwing balls and writing letters.
I liked the music, although it has gone back to the background ball music, but I did like the intriguing kind of music we had before.
Stay alert. We don't know where the enemy is hiding.
I'll be watching for trouble. The sooner we leave this place, the better.
Right, I want to go back into the Grand Ballroom before I do anything else. Oh god. Do I? No, I do. We're not actually doing anything. I want to go to Cassandra.
Does anyone really think the war will end tonight?
The Empress does.
When my third husband, Pierre, lost
Oh no, I don't want to go back there. There we go. Let's go to Leliana.
Look at Lady Cambien's slippers. Trimmed with pearls. And emeralds. And those buckles. Toss her into the lake and she'll sink right to the bottom. What a disaster.
I mean...
There's a Tevinter assassin on the loose, and you're concerned about buckles on shoes.
Everyone needs a hobby. Besides, you can learn a great deal about a person from their clothing. Gold and jewels on a dancing slipper. A slipper is easily lost and finds itself in the dust and dirt. She is unconcerned with the possibility of losing the shoe or soiling it. A vulgar display of wealth. But Lady Cambien's family has recently lost most of its holdings. They have their title, but little else. So, how did Cambien acquire such a grand shoe, What has she done? Who has she bedded? These are all useful questions, no?
You're different here than in Skyhold. More approachable, perhaps.
This is Halamshiral, Inquisitor. This is the Imperial Court. This is the beating heart of the Great Game. Of course, everyone is wearing a mask. I learned this very young. I was still a girl when I attended my first ball. All this, the smiles, the small talk, it is a dance. And like any dance, it can be learned. For some of us, it has become so familiar that the steps may be performed in our sleep.
I think 90% of why she's more approachable is because she's not wearing that big old hood and isn't hiding with her clothes. So that has a lot to do with it. Who do you support? Because we've had one unsurprising support for Gaspard, one unsurprising support for the Empress. Lady Vivienne has a path in mind, but she won't tell us who she truly supports. And Cassandra, I guess I'm not super surprised that she would see Gaspard as better than Celine, given that she hates the Grand Game.
What do you think the Inquisition should support?
What we need most of all is a stable Orlais. Either Celine or Gaspard can give us that.
She doesn't super care. She just wants a good outcome for us.
I found this out. I'm not sure of its value.
Very interesting. It may not help our investigation, but we can put it to use. A little more dirt like this, and we might have some leverage in the court. If you find more, let me know.
Have you seen anything interesting?
Oh yes. Halamshiral is lousy, with scandals and scheming. But no sign of our Tevinter infiltrator, I'm afraid.
I should go. Be on your guard.
I always am.
There we go. We've delivered the first 3 of our scandalous secrets. She will talk to
Maximilian
us.
swept me off my feet. It was such a scandal. A 4th marriage to a man almost half my age.
Alright, so we've had our grand introduction. I think we've talked to everybody that we can talk to. And what's next is we have to... I missed that. What was my court approval? I missed it entirely. Yeah, we want to go and investigate... Oh god, where did we want to investigate? I've forgotten the exact name of the area. The Grand Library, that was it. The guest wing of the Winter Palace. So we need to go there to find information on the Empress's occult advisor. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the occult advisor. And investigate Briala's agents. Court approval is 41 of 100. Right. I really want that quite high. But. There's a lot to this place, and we're just going to cut it into small, manageable sections. The next one is, I believe this is just a good place to stop there. Our introduction, we've seen the mechanics of how a lot of this is going to work. Obviously gaining court approval. I've already mentioned the timed sections, somewhat timed sections, where we're actually going to be trespassing, and we slowly tick down court approval. If it reaches 0, that's the end. We failed this section, and I think we'd have to do it all over again. So we're going to try and endeavour hard not to do that. But for now, yeah, we're just going to take a wee break, and the next time we come back, we're going to be investigating the library, the guest wing, I should say, and seeing what comes next. So thanks for joining me, guys. I hope you've enjoyed watching as much as I've enjoyed playing, as ever. And when we come back, we're going to go hunting for some intrigue. So I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Ta-ta for now.